What up, y'all? It's your boy Mike back again. And earlier I did a Nas fucking Battle of the LPs episode. The first episode, it was Nas. It was written. Illmatic versus It Was Written. And I really enjoyed doing that. You know what I mean? So I'm in a Nas mood, sort of, since the 21st anniversary of It Was Written in 1996. I've been in a Nas kick, so to speak. So I figured I'll get my Nas discography ranking done now. You know what I mean? And just a heads up, disclaimer, there will be no lost tapes ranked, even though that got some amazing work on it. We'll get to that later. Oh man, we'll get to that. There'll be no The Firm album. That's like a group album. There'll be no Queensbridge Finest ranked. You know what I mean? Even no Damian Marley and Nas Distant Relatives will be ranked. All solo Nas studio work, basically, will be ranked. So I look super fucking white. I got the sun just blaring and it makes me look like pale as shit. I don't know why, but fuck it. So here we go. Uh, well, how I got into Nas? I told y'all I'll do the story now. Um, it was 1995. Uh, and I was sitting down on the couch in my living room. You know, this is back in the old hood, the old projects where I lived in, and I was 10 years old. Um, fucking seeing the Yo TV raps, and I seen the video. Ain't hard to tell, and I was like, this shit is dope. It ain't hard to tell is amazing, you know, off Illmatic. And asked my uncle about Nas. He's like, yeah, I know about Nas. Had the cassette, it's Illmatic. Played me Live at the Barbecue off Main Source's Breaking Adams album. And that's when I started collecting cassettes, y'all. You know? One fell swoop. I got the Notorious B.I.G. Ready to Die, Wu-Tang Clan, Enter the 36 Chambers, um, and Bone Thugs and Harmony, E1999 Eternal, all on the same day. You know what I mean? Then right after that, I got Nas Illmatic, Dr. Dre The Chronic, all that shit. I wish I still had my cassettes. I really do, because I look now on like Amazon, eBay, try to get some just for the fuck of it, right? And then fuck that. They're like 50 and better. You know, a lot of the shit that I thought would be cheap, but nah, man, it's not. And so don't look like I'll be starting a cassette collection anytime soon, man. So yeah, let's stop ranking the Nas discography. Sorry about the blabbering and shit, but so coming in as my least favorite Nas album will be 2008's Untitled. That's supposed to be called Nigger. Um, I don't own that physically, as you can see. I'm not showing it off, holding it or nothing. I don't want it. I never even bought it when it came out. I didn't have the internet, like my own computer at the time, but I downloaded the album off my ex's laptop, and I didn't like it. I didn't even cop the shit. And back then, I was copping every artist that I liked album. You know what I mean? Every artist that I liked, I would cop the album. I was like blind behind shit. But I heard that and I didn't like it at all. It's like the lyrics are good, but even there, he doesn't show off like I wish he would. And the production is the problem. I can't stand the production on that album. It's not that good. I believe I like two tracks. That's Nigger, The Slave and the Master, and yeah, fucking song. Fried Chicken featuring Busta Rhymes. Yeah, man. It's supposed to be called Nigger, very controversial. He didn't call it that, obviously. The album could have been a lot better. It was rumored that Stickman or M1 from Dead Prez wrote that album, but I don't see it at all. And Nas having a ghostwriter, that's like impossible. I don't give a fuck what nobody says that didn't happen. I think Dead Presidents Stick member that like give them ideas. I believe Nas said that. You know what I mean? And Dead Presidents is amazing. I might do a review on that album Let's Get Free from 2000. That's a fucking classic. But yeah, man, the Untitled didn't do it for me, man, at all. You know, me being a big Nas fan, you feel me? I really wanted a good album, and even the controversial title and the storyline of the album was just amazing. You know what I mean? It could have been a success, in my opinion, and it probably is was successful. I don't know how much it sold, but fuck that. I'm talking about like listening wise and enjoyment. I didn't get shit from that album at all, and it's my least favorite Nas album. A lot of people wouldn't even put it where I put it, but there it goes for me. So 2008 Untitled, not very good. One of the greatest MCs of all time put out a stinker of an album, in my opinion. So next, I rank Nostradamus as like my second least favorite Nas album. Um, yeah, man. The problem with this was Nas wanted to like I think capitalize on what DMX did. You know what I mean? DMX dropped two albums in 1 year in 1998, and Nas dropped I Am and then this, and in 1999, and it's not that good at all, man. You know what I mean? It got leaked, and all like half the tracks off the Lost tapes was supposed to be on here, and if it was, it would have been banging. Let me tell you, because the Lost tapes got some of Nas's best work, Do Rags, that Papa Was a Player joint, Blazer 50, which is incredible. Um, all that shit should have been on here. Had it been on here with the good tracks that are on here, would have been great. The tracks I like on here is Nostradamus. Yes, the chorus may be kind of cheesy, but his rhymes in there are fucking amazing. I'll give it that. You know. What else I like on here? Come Get Me, produced by DJ Premier. Premier kills that shit. Love it. Shoot 'em Up. Great track. Um, Family featuring Mob Deep. I like it. I like Quiet Niggas. And everything else on here is pretty much ass. And I'm not gonna lie, I do like You Owe Me from Genuine, the feature in Genuine. That's a banger. But everything else is just boring and bland in my opinion. But yeah. I would say not as bad as people say it is. Because people just think this is absolutely horrendous. There's nothing good on here. I think that's kind of stupid because there's some good tracks on here, but it's not a great Nas album at all. The problem with this, like I said, was he tried to capitalize on that shit, and it didn't work. It would have worked if he just didn't re-record it. You know what I mean? And just put the shits out that was on the Lost Tapes record with the good shit on here. Oh my god, I would have liked it more than I am. You know what I mean? It would have been amazing, but you know Nas really didn't think about that, so it failed. Yeah, this is looked at as one of the worst hip hop albums of all time. It's bashed really bad. You know what I mean? But hey, what can you do? A great, amazing MC and lyricist like Nas putting out a subpar work like this is not acceptable in my opinion. You know, I wish he would have done that shit. Like fuck, like Mobb Deep had that same problem, man. When Murder Music came out, that shit got leaked. You know, I remember that. You know what I mean? I didn't have an internet at the time or nothing like that, but I remember niggas having the tapes and talking about it back in the day when I lived in the projects, Maple Gardens projects. You know what I mean? I remember that shit like it was yesterday, and I was excited. I heard that shit too. I was like, oh shit. But then again, there was like 7 new tracks that nobody heard, so Mob left all that shit on there that got leaked. They didn't give a fuck. You feel me? So shout out to Mob Deep. RP to Prodigy. You know what I mean? Still shattered by that shit. But yeah, Nostradamus, released in 1999, could have been a great record had he didn't re-record it. You know what I mean? And throw the good tracks on here left the good tracks in here and threw the tracks from the lost tapes on it as well. Would have been phenomenal in my opinion. So there you go. Not that good of an album. Next, in my Nas Discography Ranking, I got the double disc of Street's Disciple, released in 2004. What can I say, man? This album is not that good. I'll keep it 100. My opinion, there are some good tracks. Um, A Message to the Feds, Sincerely We the People. Nazareth Savage is a fucking banger. I love Nazareth Savage. Um, these are our heroes. Great concept. Talking about how blacks were always looked as like bad people and buffoonery, that minstrel show bullshit where the white man makes black folks look really retarded on TV, and just talking about the history of that. And that's an amazing, amazing track. Love it. Disciple is dope. Um, Rest of my see, I remember half this shit. Just the Moment featuring Quan is great. I love that song. The second disc, Suicide Bouncer Busta Rhymes is a fucking banger. Streets Disciple, I love that shit. UBR, this is an amazing track right here. We'll get to the controversy of it though. Unauthorized biography of Rakim. It ain't a secret that Rakim is one of Nas's favorite MCs ever. You can hear it like in his music. You know what I mean? And fucking Nas basically gave a fucking biography of Rakim, walked through his whole career, early life, and everything, like showing love to him. And Rakim didn't like that because he mentioned his kids' names and stuff. But I understand what Rakim is saying, but also I think it was kind of a dickish move for Rakim to not fucking, show appreciation, in my opinion, because, you got a nigga making a whole track about you. He looks up to you, you know what I mean? And I thought it was pretty shit for him to do that, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, who cares about that shit, man? Just fucking, I would have been flattered as fuck if that, if I was Ra. But, I think they squashed it and worked shit out, but I always found that kind of odd. Um, Virgo, featuring Ludacris and Dougie Fresh, is dope. Um, yeah, man, and the hidden track, Thief's Theme, woo, that shit is straight crack. I take summers off cause I love winter beef. Started 87 with the Shotty and the Sheep. Great. Oh man. So yeah, there's definitely some gems on here, but it's a double disc and it's far too filled with clunkers in my opinion. I'm sorry. But he tried, man. I think Nas could have made an amazing double disc had he took his time. So Nas, Streets Disciple, 2004. The whole Khalees, marriage was going on around this time, so kind of hurt him in my opinion. But hey, it is what it is. Nas, Streets Disciple, 2004, double disc. An album that kind of came and went for me. We got Nas's 2007 release, Hip Hop Is Dead. At that time, Soldier Boy came up with Crank That Soldier Boy, whatever the fuck that faggot shit is called, and a lot of other like D4L and Laffy Taffy bullshit. And now I just thought hip hop was dead. You know what I mean? I thought it was very much alive, but other than that faggot shit. But Nas just really thought that shit. Beef with the Diplomats was heavy. Beef with Cameron and Jim Jones and them niggas at the time, and he, this is Jim Jones pretty hard on the intro track, I believe. Money over bullshit. He's like, I put a gun in the capo mouth till a scalp come out. You a kid. You don't live what you rap about. That shit is fucking ill. Carry On Tradition is an amazing track. Hip Hop Is Dead is banging. Who Killed It is great. Black Republicans featuring Jay-Z. After the whole Jay-Z beef in 2001, these niggas squashed beef. I remember Jay brought him on stage, and that moment was excellent. That moment was insane. Great, great shit. I highly enjoy that moment. And there's an interview with Together when they're dissing the fuck out of Diplomats. And I'm a big Dipset head, but that shit was funny as hell. I thought it was Jay-Z calling Cam a snitch and stuff. It was like so raw, man. I love that interview. It's dope as fuck. Not going back. Can't really remember that track with Khalees. I know Still Dreaming is really good with Kanye. I love that track. Blunt Ashes is amazing. I love Blunt Ashes. It's my favorite song on the whole album, definitely. Blunt Ashes. Then we got Hustlers featuring The Game, produced by Dr. Dre. That shit is no, take it back. That's my favorite track on here. Then will be Blunt Ashes. So yeah, an okay album, but it kind of like came and went for me. You know what I mean? But yeah, this album is very good. I would say that. You know what I mean? I would say very good. Yeah, because I do enjoy it. So Nas with Hip Hop Is Dead, 2007. There's some weak tracks in here definitely, but it's a good album. Um, yeah, Nas Hip Hop Is Dead, '07. You know what? I totally fucked that up. 2006. I'm so shaky on some albums that I don't really give a fuck about, even though this is a good album. But yeah, my bad. Everybody makes mistakes. 2006. Came out late '06 too, like December '06. So '07 I was bumping it heavy. So yeah. Um Next is an amazing album from Nas in my opinion. And that's 2002's God's Son. Fresh off the fucking Jay-Z beef. Still happening though, you know what I mean? During this time frame. And when I was aware of this album, I listened to my local Hot 97 radio station. You know, they had one in New York, of course, the main one, but there was one in Boston too. And hosted by DJ Chubby Chub, you know, when he would go in on like spinning and stuff, and he announced the new Nas track, Made You Look. And goddamn, that shit is banging. The production, the lyricism on point. Love it. My favorite track on this joint would have to be Book of Rhymes, produced by Alchemist. That is amazing. Nas just going through his old rhyme book. You know what I mean? He's even like, man, I forgot this bitch's number. You know, I need that. It's funny little witty shit like that, but the song is great. Fucking Revolutionary Warfare featuring Lakey the Kid. You know, Lakey the Kid, Queensbridge nigga that had beef with Prodigy, and Prodigy talks about that shit in his book. I think dude's a cornball, but he pretty came correct on here. And Nas fucking what do you say? Mama told me I could be Christ. I wasn't old enough to hold my dick and pee right. Oh, it's amazing. His wordplay is like phenomenal throughout his whole career, in my opinion. The Cross, one of the very few Eminem production, you know, that I actually like. Eminem killed that beat. There's no denying that, in my opinion. I love that beat. Um, Last Real Nigga Alive. Nas wears his heart on his sleeve on this record, and he just basically mentions the beef, the little tension him and Biggie had. You know what I mean? It's the King of New York thing. He mentions how Raekwon and Big were not friends at all, because you know Raekwon had that shock biter skit off Only Built for Cuban Links, and Nas was cool with them both at the time. He wanted them to squash it, and talking about Jay-Z, you know, Last Real Nigga Alive is amazing. I love that track. Um, Hey Nas, I Can was a single. I Can is great. Yeah, man, the whole album is just phenomenal. I love this album. Unfortunately, I don't have the bonus disc that came with this because my fucking ex um lost this shit. You know what I mean? She used to love banging this shit, and I don't know what the fuck happened. She gave it back to me without the fucking disc. So I had to swap the case out. There's a bonus disc on here that had a few tracks, and I'm fucking pissed. I got this on like release date and shit. So yeah, I don't have that disc anymore. I want to get that shit over again. But yeah, Nas Godson, phenomenal work, excellent. Released in 2002, great shit. Next is a fucking amazing piece of work in my opinion. 2012's Life is Good. Oh, this album is like so fucking dope. Nas came back with a banger. His last record, 2008's Untitled, didn't like it. You know what I mean? Um, During the years between that, he got divorced from Khalees, and on the album cover, that's her real green wedding dress that she left behind and just left the nigga, which is so fucked up. Obviously, hurt him. And this album is very grown up, very mature, very personal, very just amazing. There's only one dud on here. We'll get to that. But yeah, man, just an amazing, amazing album, in my opinion. Fucking No Introduction starts it off lovely. Locomotive, top 3 track for me up here. Large Professor talking shit on that track. Nas on some gully New York shit. That beat is dope. He's like talking about how he gave niggas $150s and they're like telling their bitches, yo, baby Nas did this. Fucking sick. Talking about how he eats like a hot slice of pizza and he burned the skin on his under his mouth. Just that New York shit. You know, he paints pictures so vivid, and that is an amazing fucking track. Even at the end, this is for all my trapped in the '90s niggas. You know what I mean? Oh, so dope. A Queen Story is amazing. Which Nas talks about how he was in the car, the same vehicle that Stretch Walker was in with Stretch minutes before he was shot. Luckily, he got out, although be no Nas. You know what I mean? Probably. So that's a crazy story. Accident Murderers featuring Rick Ross is banging. Love that track. Daughters is great. Talking about his daughter Destiny, how she's talking to niggas in jail and shit, and he just wants her to fucking do good in life and don't get mixed up with some bitch ass niggas, you know what I mean? And fucking Worlds and Addiction featuring Anthony Hamilton is great. Summer on Smash, I fucking hate. That's a terrible song. The iTunes version has a song called Trust, right? Great street shit that should have been on here. Get rid of Summer on Smash and put Trust. You got a fucking, well, it is a 5 mic album to me. I don't care what nobody says. I love this album that much. You wouldn't understand is great. Back When is great. The Dawn is an absolute fucking heat rock. That shit is banging. The Dawn is great. Stay. Cherry Wine featuring Amy Winehouse, and Amy Winehouse sings her ass off on here. That song is great. Bye Baby. The Khalees, talk about the Khalees marriage and shit. Get the bonus, get the deluxe edition, because the bonus tracks are all just great shit. Nasty, great fucking song. The Black Bond, Roses and Where's the Love, absolute fucking amazing album. Take Off Summer and Smash, featuring Miguel and Fizz Beats. I fucking hate that song. And Put On Trust. You got a fucking flawless piece of work. This is almost flawless, and I love it. 2012, Nas, Life is Good. Absolute amazing album, in my opinion. Then, on my discography ranking video of the great Nastia Jones, we got 1999's I Am record. Got this album on release date back in the day, and I was absolutely just amazed. Like, this album got a lot of play for me. Like, I like this album more than a lot of people do. It caught a lot of flack for Hate Me Now, featuring Puffy, which I was wearing a shiny suit in the video, I believe, but it don't bother me at all. I love that shit. Shiny suit era was pretty much dead by '99 anyway. But yeah, it's just amazing. I love that fucking video. Controversy with the video. Puffy beat the fuck out of Steve Stout, not his manager at the time, because the depiction of them on the crosses, Diddy thought that was disrespect to Jesus Christ, so he took matters into his own hands. That's famously documented and stuff like that. But I'm gonna say some blasphemy here. New York State of Mind Part Two. I don't know if I like the song better than New York State of Mind Part One off Illmatic, but I like the beat better. That beat, the creepy fucking production from DJ Premier on that is amazing, and it's very dark and haunting. Oh, that beat is amazing. Small World, Favor for Favor, just an overlooked banger featuring Scarface. Nas um, give me your enemy's head. I'll give you my enemy's finger with a pinky ring. That's just the present, my nigga. What the fuck? Amazing. Talking about like if Scarface is like, if you want a nigga wet up, I'll wet him for you. I'll whack a nigga for you. You feel me? And Nas like, I'll do the same for you. The chorus is like, you wet who I want wetted, I wet who you want wetted. Any nigga can get it. Oh my, it's so gully. I Am is an absolute amazing piece of work. I can't get enough. I Am is great. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Ghetto Prisoners is great. You Won't See Me Tonight with Aaliyah. Great song. Dr. Knockboot. Fucking love that beat. That shit is banging. Life is What You Make It featuring DMX, Nas and DMX played Tommy and Sincere and Belly. They had great chemistry, so to see them on a track together, that's just amazing. Big Things is banging. Probably my favorite track on here. The DJ Premier laced Nas is like incredible. Uh KSSING, the R. Kelly sample, love it. Money Is My Bitch and Undying Love, both of them, some of the greatest Nas storytelling tracks ever, ever. In my opinion, a flawless album. I like every single track on here. I Am don't get praised enough. It's great. Great album, 1999. I feel like banging this shit today. Great, great album. I Am. Nas Escobar. Great shit. Love it. Next is a fucking five mic classic. Literally, I think he did get five mics in the sauce. 2001's Stillmatic. Fresh off the fucking, no, during the Jay-Z beef, but fresh off the fucking subpar Nostradamus album. Niggas thought Nas was over, you know what I mean? He put out that QB's Finest album, which I fucking love. And a lot of people hate this song. A lot of underground hip hop purists in general hate Uchiwali featuring Bravehearts. I think Uchiwali is a fucking banger. Care what nobody says. They talk that slick sex shit on there. But other than that, Nas is like, the nigga's done. When the Jay-Z beef started, you know, Memphis Bleak and Nas, for some reason, trading bars back and forth. Like Nas, Bleak dissed him off the Understanding album from 2000, and Nas dissed him on Nostradamus. You know what I mean? Little things back and forth, and Jay Z just took it in a matter of his own hands to diss him on the Blueprint album that came out the same year as this, 2001. And Takeover is an amazing diss track. I think it's a fucking flaming diss track. A lot of stinging jabs and stuff. Great, great diss track. But Nas answered to that with Ether, the second track on this album. And Ether is just my second favorite diss track, just behind Ice Cube's 1991 fucking Slaughter, No Vaseline. But Ether is just amazing diss track. What? Mustache having for whiskers like a rat compared to beans, you're whack. And your man stabbed on and let you take the blame. Just ROC. You gunned up and clap quick. Just an amazing diss track. Like every line is just a Mike Tyson uppercut and body punches. Jay felt that shit. Jay came back with Super Ugly, where he got on that the Dr. Dre beat that's on the Wash soundtrack, and it didn't do him no good in my opinion. A lot of dope punches in there from Jay, but Ether was all Nas had to drop. Ether slayed Jay-Z, and I'm a big Jay-Z fan, but it is what it is. You know, people say the production of Ether was trash. I like the Takeover beat better, but no, Ether held itself own production wise, and Nas just annihilated Jay on there, just absolute fucking body bag. One of the greatest diss tracks of all time. My second favorite diss track of all time, just amazing. Um, Rewind, probably my favorite track off here. Rewind is just great. Nas just telling a story backwards. It's phenomenal. Never heard that done in hip hop before, especially the way Nas did it. Absolutely amazing. Got Yourself a Gun was a single. That's a banger. One Mic, amazing fucking song right there. Second Childhood, my second favorite track off the album. DJ Premier killed that shit. And Nas is talking about niggas that are old in their 20s and 30s and still living at their mom's house and fucking, breaking up their mama's furniture, watching Comic View, ill shit like that. And, he's in his second childhood because he hasn't grown up quite yet. Just amazing shit. Destroy and Rebuild. Nas going at niggas' heads again, B. Like, that nigga Nas, man, in this era was just piss, full of piss and vinegar. And he kills Destroy and Rebuild, man. He disses nature. He disses fucking called Mega. When he said, Mega, you could suck my dick, bitch, I was like, what? And I was banging that fucking, in the summer of '01. This came out like fucking winter. But in the summertime of '01, I was banging that Realness. And on the Realness, Mega replies and some shit. Omega is so underrated. I'm doing a review on him soon. Um, yeah, man. He goes at Prodigy. He's, well, not too hard, but at the end, he's just shit talking. He's like, hey, yo, Prodigy, man. I can't hold your hand through this shit. Like, be a man. Um, yeah, Destroying Rebuild is just an amazing diss track. Some whack ass rapper tried to do his own version of that, and it's absolutely atrocious. But yeah, what else we got here? The Flyers featuring AZ, real dope shit. Braveheart Party featuring Mary J. Blige. I believe that ain't even on there anymore. This is the OG copy. Um, My Country. Oh man, My Country's great. What Goes Around is very haunting. Every Ghetto, an amazing track. This is amazing. A fucking masterpiece in every sense of the word. Stillmatic is just fucking flawless. Flawless. Listen, 2001. Now Stillmatic. An absolute classic album. So yeah, getting down to the top two. This will be number one on a lot of niggas' rankings, but it's number two for me. 1994's Illmatic. If you've seen the motherfucking Illmatic It Was Written video, you know what I think about this. Hip hop's Thriller. Not one bad track in my opinion. 10 motherfucking tracks on here. 9 that are songs. My favorite track on here would have to be Memory Lane, Sitting in the Park. DJ Premier produced. Fucking amazing song. You can't go wrong with this whole album. This whole album is just an absolute masterpiece. I never get sick of it. you know, um, New York State of Mind, Life's a Bitch, The World Is Yours, One Love, Represent, It Ain't Hard to Tell. Flawless piece of work. If someone said this is the greatest hip hop album of all time, I wouldn't argue. It's great. It's timeless. I still wish I had it in my cassette because that held so much good memories for me. Um, yeah, man, Life's a Bitch, featuring AZ. It's just, the whole shit is great. Nas, Illmatic. What more can I say, man? Flawless. Number one, my favorite Nas album of all time, y'all. 1996. It Was Written. Like I said, if you didn't watch the It Was Written versus Illmatic video, the Battle of the LPs episode 1, watch that. You get a gist of what I think about both of them. So I'll just run through it quickly. Nas' Self-My album, people wanted Illmatic, you know what I mean? Illmatic 2. But Nas went a different route, you know, some mafioso, fucking amazing shit. Fucking my favorite track on here, either I Gave You Power or the UK bonus track, which was on the cassette version only, but only way to get it on CD is the UK version of this, and it's Silent Murder. Affirmative Action featuring The Firm. When Cormega supposed to be in The Firm, and he should have been in The Firm. Had Cormega been on The Firm record instead of Nature, it would have been a fucking masterpiece. Live Nigga Rap featuring Mobb Deep, RP Prodigy. Live Nigga Rap supposed to be on Hell on Earth, but you know, Nas called him up. He said he wanted that track. Shootouts, just flawless. I Give You Power, the amazing track about Nas being a gun. Black Girl Lost is great. Love the story to that. Affirmative Action, amazing. Like I said, the setup. Watch them niggas. If it wasn't for rap, I'll be sticking you. The Mac inside the Triple Goose. Like I said, oh man, Taking in Blood, amazing. Yeah, man, my favorite Nas album of all time. It Was Written. Nas got the fresh fade on the cover too. Everything about it is fucking great. It Was Written 1996. That includes my Nas Discography Ranking video. So hope you'll enjoy this shit. I got more in mind, more artists. So I'll see y'all niggas on the flip side. This is getting way too long. Almost 40 minutes, y'all. So my apologies. I hope you enjoy the shit. So I'll see y'all on the flip side. Got any ideas? Like I said, your comments are welcome. Peace, y'all.